Alright guys, so just got some new tires put on a few hours ago. Since I was running a 55 profile on one side and a 45 profile on the other, one set of coil, this corner is set a little bit lower than that corner. So we're going to lower this corner to be even with this side. So if you come up here and see, we're tucking just this line right here.
Actually, it's kind of hard to see though.
Yeah.
Here, it's fine. I got this. Unless you want to...
That's gonna have to do. So we're just tucking this line right here, and to the tip of the outside. And we're trying to just get this first line into the fender well, and then if we come over to this side, as you can see, basically all of these lines are out of the car, and yeah, so we're just gonna try to get this all taken care of.
Okay, you mean jack it up more?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna fucking put my stands on.
Exhaust.
No, that's not a thing, dude.
Okay, so
Exhaust?
we've jacked the car up from the
Don't
diff.
use your exhaust as a jack standpoint.
And look at that diff, though. That's super nasty.
It somehow surprisingly doesn't leak.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
Okay, I know what I'm putting my jack stands on.
Anyways, continuing. So jacked it up from the diff. Always make sure.
Yeah. Okay,
you get your.
You gotta go up. I'm clear of the car.
Go up?
Yeah, like probably 4 pumps. Well, give it a couple more, I guess. Alright, that's good.
Okay. Always make sure you use jack stands. We don't want them to die. Dying's never a good thing. So, yeah, we got our 2 jack stands. And then the fun part starts. But damn, look at that diff, though. Seriously, that thing is dirty. Didn't you just get it taken care of, too?
I just changed the oil and I didn't clean it.
Oh. Well, then, never mind.
I've got time for that.
That's a good point.
No, I do plan to clean it soon, though, just to make sure it's not leaking. But alright, guys, so the reason that we need Allen wrenches is the ground control coils are a little different. Instead of using, like, a coil-over wrench, which is what a lot of them use, just like a little crescent wrench type thing that you put on the rings, the ground control ones have an Allen wrench, or an Allen screw, that you loosen, and then it opens it up, and then you're able to lower or adjust it, and go from there.
But can we just take a moment and admire these new tires, though, for a sec?
Oh, yeah.
This is rare.
Yeah, new tires on the E30, so unfortunately, until I have a set of burners, I can't do fat brake stands. But the burners will come soon just for fun, and these will basically burn their 200.
Hey guys, so like always, we don't have the right size, so we had to make a Harbor Freight run. Again.
Like usual.
Yep, so now we're back. We don't have the right size Allen key. And that thing is a weird size.
It is a 3/16.
3/16 standard.
Yep.
So just to let you guys know, if you do have ground control.
These are the E30 ground control coilover conversions. Probably the same size for all of their other kits that use this style. I know they make them for like Porsches and Hondas and 2 Nissan 240s.
So yeah. 3/16, just in case anyone's wondering. Okay, so we eyeballed the 5th thread, so pretty damn close. We were deciding if we should just slam it on its balls, but decided not to look.
We'll be putting the skid plate on tomorrow, most likely. Then we can slam it on its balls.
Yeah.
But the back, I don't even know how much more I'm gonna slam. We'll see.
Yeah, especially because the lower you go, the more camber you get on this car.
I mean, not that that's too bad, but these are like 200 treadwear tires.
No, you're just gonna ruin the inside.
I'd fucking go get them rotated like 3 times in like one life.
Because they're matching on all 4, right?
Yeah.
How much were your tires?
A lot.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, it actually wasn't that bad.
They're like 700?
Yeah, like installed with warranties on them all, it was 700.
That's not bad.
And like the warranty, you guys, if you're in like the California West Coast area, it's called America's Tire. If you're on the East Coast, it's called Discount Tire. At least the one in our area has given me amazing service. They have a really cool warranty thing where basically if your tires are still in their above their tread marker and you spend it's like an extra $20 per tire, they just replace it. It's freaking sweet, and then it's like a no questions asked thing. Like And they're like, it's really cool. They always give me really good service, even though my car's always broken as shit when it shows up there.
Yeah, it's kind of the memo with his car.
Yeah, but the other cool thing is they don't really do much other than tires, so they're not going to try to sell you other bullshit services, like, oh, your fucking coolant's low, that's $40. You know, they don't do shit like that, or like force alignments and stuff. All they do is like mounting and balancing, tire installs, things like that. So I really liked the fact that they weren't trying to bullshit me into like services at a tire shop, which you shouldn't be doing anyways. Like, that's just a terrible idea. Don't let a tire shop like work on your car. Like, that's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Agreed. So I think it's almost, that seems pretty tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more quarter turn because this is my suspension.
Yeah, make sure your suspension's nice and tight. That's just a bad time.
Get a whole bunch of torque on this.
I'd say that's pretty damn tight.
Yeah, I don't want to strip it either.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Now, one more thing. Just, guys, when you're dealing with springs that are a lot shorter than your OEM springs, like this one, as you can see, they're kind of tilting out when it's jacked up. Hopefully you can see that. If not, you just basically the spring is a little bit off of the mount. Just lower it real slow. Make sure your springs do fall into their seats. You don't want them too short. This is on about the line, because if your car has, I guess what it's called, I think, float, when you hit a bump and like it just kind of floats up off the suspension, they could fall out. These ones have these little the white cones up there, right? So that's gonna make it so that if it were to float, it falls back into place. And then let's see, there's the little gap I was talking about. So if your springs are way too short or you're adjusted too high, you really don't want that to pop out. That would just be a bad day, you know, with your car on no spring in 1/4. So just make sure when you lower it down, the springs seat into, you know, fall into their seats, and that you're not buying springs that are too short for your car. Especially true if you are cutting your springs. Do not just cut them in half. Cut a coil or maybe 2 off the top. Just, you know, play it safe. Alright guys, so we just got everything all tightened up. So we're going to go drive it around the block to make sure everything's all good. There's no weird shakes or, you know, wobbles, sounds, rattles. So once we're done with that, we'll take one more look at it, make sure it looks all even, and make any further adjustments, or call it a night since it's getting kind of windy and cold. But catch you guys in the car. So this is an E30 with plus 25 offset wheels, running 215 45/16. So that's pretty good. They say you can put a 225 45 16 or 225 50 16 with rolling your fenders and running like a 5mm spacer, so that'd be like plus 30-ish offset. So that's what I was gonna originally do, but it just I couldn't find tires in that size that I really liked, so I just went with these ones. I don't know, seem to be pretty good. I'm happy.
So yeah, I think we'll call that a video.
Cool little thing. Hopefully some of you guys can use this for your own ground control coilovers, which I've had for what, 6 months now?
Probably.
Yeah, about 6 months. And one of the best things I have ever done to this car, or both of my E30s, were the springs. Like, oh my god, night and day difference. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when I was at the tire shop, another guy with an E30, it was sweet. He had a E36 M3 engine swapped into it in the UUC big brake kit. That kit's like $1,000, but he says that it made a huge difference. And he's running it boosterless, so I'm going to have a brake booster, so I mean, it's just that much better, I would say. So I'm stoked. I'm kind of looking into that now. I'm hoping to pick up a kit used, because I don't really want to spend $1,000 on brakes. But they looked so good. So I just filled the whole rim up. And then I might need new wheels to fit it. I don't know. We'll see. But, yep, brakes and suspension. Everybody says it, to do that before power, but it just makes the car so much more fun to drive and like less sketchy. I still need to do brakes. Got anything else?
I think that's it.
Alright guys, like we said, hopefully this helped you out. Like and subscribe for more. We got lots of more DIYs on the way. Some huge updates with the Bluesy, which, yeah, they'll be coming December time. Yeah. Since we both work retail, holiday season is when we get shitloads of overtime, so that will definitely help our builds out to make sure that we have, you know, funds and parts coming in to keep up with the videos, which we kind of hit a little dry spell there, but I'm
I'm stoked. I got a couple things saved up. You got a couple things saved up. I figured out a potential way to wire in a wideband without putting in a second O2 sensor in this car, and running a narrowband emulator to the ECU for its reading, so it still runs good. So I can have a gauge that monitors my wideband, and then it emulate a narrowband signal for the ECU. I thought that was really cool since I already have the controller for boosting it later. Then I can start to just make sure that it's running good on the stock tune before I start throwing boost into it, see what kind of AFRs it has on NA, and then make sure that I'm not blowing the engine up when I'm running it under forced induction. You know, that could be a cool thing. Most E30 guys drill a second hole. I didn't really want to do that. I mean, we don't have a welder, so, you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, wraps this one up. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys later.